Welcome to Radiance and Rosé, the podcast about anti-aging, beauty, and lifestyle.
Hey. So, in the studio, welcome to one of our first episode of our beauty podcast. And in the studio, we have Aliya LeeKong.
Hey.
I guess known to the masses as a chef, strategist. She's written cookbooks and she has an amazing children's application called Issa's Edible Adventures. And she's also hot. So let's get to it. So Aliya, I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here talking about the stuff that we're always talking about.
I know,
it's
right?
Like
it's
official,
so easy.
though. We made it official.
So, Aliya and I guess we connected on so many different things, but one of the biggest things we connected on is like maintenance, right?
Oh my gosh, the war
against aging and trying to hold on for as long as we can to our younger selves
in the most natural way.
Way, right?
Clearly.
So keep trying to maintain the glow, and so. I don't know. I think we just want to talk about products we use, maybe daily regimens, and just really start talking about like the things that have been most effective in terms of helping us maintain, if we are in fact maintaining, which I think we are.
I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay.
So, so let's just get into it. So regimen. Okay. Did you have any like family secrets?
No family.
No sorcery.
I think. Well, the only thing is my parents' skin is really good.
Right.
I just was down there recently. They live in Florida, and they're turning 69 this year, both of them, and their skin is incredible.
Oh, so where are you from?
I grew up in Florida.
Okay.
But I've been in New York for 18 years, so. New Yorker at this point.
Right. Okay. And how would you describe your skin?
My skin is, it's ethnic. It's South Asian. And I would say it's probably a little bit of a combination, but more on now as I've gotten older, a little on the drier side. But it's extremely sensitive. Products irritate it, acids, kissing, saying hello to someone and kissing them on the cheek. Irritates it.
Oh my
gosh. I was at a black tie last night, and unfortunately, like the double kiss kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
And particularly with guys with aftershave. I always tell my husband I'm just allergic to all other men besides him. And so my face gets this big rash on it.
And he'll puff his chest out a little bit more like, yes.
He loves it.
When I was growing up, I remember using Noxzema and St. Ives.
That's like
the scrub.
Universal. That scrub is universal.
You reflect on the things that we've used over the years. It's just crazy. So I guess when did you start paying special attention to
my skin,
trying your skin and trying to maintain?
So I would say in high school, we're all trying to deal with the different situations of our skin and our awkwardness and whatever else. And in high school, I was when I started to break out.
So you did have acne?
I didn't have
slight?
bad. Yeah, it's slight. Enough that it was just irritating. And I wasn't really allowed to wear makeup until I was a little bit older. And so I couldn't cover up some of that stuff. So, I tried to go down the Proactives of the world.
Right.
And then my mom's a surgeon. She would bring home these sort of medical grade products.
Oh, you're so lucky.
No, they were terrible for my skin. So I was using glycolic acid and I was continuously breaking out. And until I went to college, because this was in my last year or so before college, until I went to college. And in college, I used I used Cetaphil, right? And a basic moisture. My skin cleared.
You found out about Cetaphil in college?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. I
didn't find out about Cetaphil until I think I might have been early 30s.
But where did I read about it? Because we didn't have the internet. I mean, we
right. How did you even know about Cetaphil? Did you go to a doctor? Did you go to a dermatologist?
No, I don't know. That's so strange. I just went for sensitive skincare products.
That's fascinating to me.
So I started using it. No. Right. So I started, and there was another time that I tried to use a peel that she brought home from the plastic surgeon's office, and I burned all around my nose because I I didn't use a neutralizer appropriately. Like I was trying to do what like doctors do to you.
Wow. I mean, listen, if I had those products in my house, I assure you I would have
Burnt your
killed.
face
I would have
off.
killed
Yeah.
myself. Yeah, I would be dead. So you were using all of that. You in Cetaphil. So that kind of like ease you out and.
Yeah, but like hormones are just a beast, right? Like they interfere with your life.
Absolutely.
At all points in time.
They destroy you.
They destroy you. Like at all points.
By the way, this is going to be the most dramatic podcast.
But like
that's how you feel though. At the time
felt.
you feel
that's
like.
how I felt. And in college, the pill, all these different things. Like
Right.
your body's just all over the place. So I don't know what. Honestly, until towards the end of college, I started to break out more, and I didn't know if it was what it was. And what was kind of life changing was actually my mom saying, one thing that you could do is just get on a low dose of antibiotics because there may just be some underlying bacteria in your skin that's just never going away.
Oh,
and she
wow.
put me on this like I don't know how many day cycle of like doxycycline or some antibiotic, and from then on my skin never like it'll hormonally every now and then, but that was the end of it for me.
I mean, the advantages of having mom, who's a surgeon, like who can say, it may just be in. Right? Like I didn't have that. My mom was like, well. Take your hair and cover your face.
I did that, and then I also took like a high dose of vitamin A, which is a fat soluble vitamin, so you can overdose on that. You don't want too much of it, but I took high doses of vitamin A, and my skin turned to like velvet. It was awesome. And then so instead I started.
So do you ever
juice.
do that today or?
I just drink carrot juice a couple of days in a row, but I need to get more carrot juice in my life. Basically, is what I'm now remembering.
So carrot juice has a high concentration of vitamin A, and as a result,
you know what vitamin A is? It's where retinol comes from.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, this is why we're doing this.
Yeah,
are you listening?
It's a derivative.
Okay, so. Yeah, I mean, similar to you, I had acne, but I really only had acne where my hair was covering my face. So when I had like bangs, like my face would be fine, but then like if you lift the bangs up, it's like, like that would happen.
That's horrifying
in real life. And so, I did all the Noxzema. I did.
Was this high school?
This was high school.
Okay.
And I've always kind of had like these kind of like nasolabial folds. Like even when I was very young, I had them. They were pretty deep. I remember like an ex-boyfriend commented, I must have been like 19 and I had them. And he was like, oh, what's that?
Can I curse on this thing?
We can do whatever we want.
Fuck you, dude.
But he commented, and the advantage, right, of someone commenting is that you notice it. So I think a lot of times you see something, but you're not sure that anyone else sees it. And then when he comments it, I mean, listen, he's gone, right?
The disadvantage is that you care what that guy thought.
I know, but this is true. But so I started kind of doing more things, and I had a good girlfriend of mine who, we must have been we may have gotten out of college, may have been in law school, and she's like, we have to start Retin A. We have to start doing Retin A right away. I'm like, what is Retin A? And she's like, we have to do it. And I had no idea what it was, but I went and got a prescription. And so I basically had started doing Retin A, I guess maybe at like 25. I started
amazing.
using
No
it.
wonder your skin is so beautiful.
Right. You think it's beautiful? I have my days. Thank you. But yeah, no, I started doing that and like making a conscious effort to start doing something that's anti-aging, because she was like, it's coming. Look at the magazines, look at so-and-so. And she'd point out people. I'm like, oh my God, that's coming. And so there's all these examples of like what happens if you don't kind of take control. So noticing at 25. And so, here I am a few years later, hint, like, but, trying to still maintain. So, and then our bodies change. We start breaking out, but the big other problems start occurring.
I'm so jealous of your Retin A usage because I can't.
You can't use it.
No. Maybe I'll go to like the pure actual like derm product, because maybe that will.
Right. So you can't use it because of.
I tried a sensitive skin retinol serum, and just like around like that cheek and like that sensitive area underneath like your mouth and to the sides of your cheeks, the whole thing just it turns into welts, and then it's like a breakout. And I otherwise have clear skin.
Wow.
You
No,
know?
your skin. I mean, look at your skin. It's like you're glowing.
So I'm jealous of this whole anti-aging thing.
And I'm sorry, audience. We just jumped all the way into.
Oh my gosh.
Like, we're like full on like.
This is good. This is what
but
it
I
is,
mean,
though.
but this is what it is. I mean,
This is the real combo.
it is. This is the real, and if you tune in, you will get real combos. So, just question. I forgot what I was going to say now. I forgot. Gone. Anyway.
Okay, wait.
all right.
So we were on retinol before.
Right.
I said I was jealous. You said you've been using it since 25.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So I was going to talk about how things change. So, when you're a teenager, you have the acne, and then, you're in your mid 20s and nothing's really happening yet. But so for me at 30, my pores, I was unable to control the how large my pores became, and like it started driving me crazy. And there's really it's just genetic. There's ways to like make your pores appear less visible, and that's what products will say, but nothing that actually says they can shrink them back.
I feel like there are lasers though right now that can do that.
Oh, we have to have a laser discussion.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened to me in my 30s, right? It was like kind of like, okay, now this is the pore. I'm entering into like pores and wrinkles and, after I had children, forget about it. Like,
my gosh.
Sleep
They steal your beauty.
deprivation, right? Like, I don't, a mirror, you don't even see the mirror anymore. It's like you feel like,
Or you just don't look.
or you don't look because you're like, oh my God, when you look in the mirror, you're like, you can't believe what you see. And then also with having children, dark circles, looking tired.
That's that looking tired.
Right.
And the dead eye kind of look.
Yeah. So I remember.
Not that I'm saying that that's what you have. I'm just saying.
No, but that's what
what I
happens.
have.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think around like maybe 35, 36, maybe a little bit later. I'm not going to tell anyone how old I am, but that was actually that was history. 35.
Why not?
I know.
I feel like let's own our age. Like,
but I think I started noticing that I looked tired, and I went to the doctor and I said, "Listen, I want to stop looking the way that I feel. What can you prescribe me or do for me?"
so much for inner.
I'm just like, what can I do?
Yeah.
And so obviously she sent me home with like sleep more, and I'm like, but I have 2 young children, how does that work? And so I use really good concealer. And so like you learn how to find new makeup, so on this podcast we not only will talk about how we do kind of like age fighting, our age fighting techniques and supplements and things of that nature, but also makeup, right? Like what we do if we can't actually change it, how we make it less noticeable when we're in public. Our poor husband. So I guess how did your skin change?
So I was going to say, I think for me, the changes to my skin a lot were moisture, like where my skin was a lot, and also just living in New York City. I grew up in Florida, so the
humidity is
so
so
different.
nice. Yeah.
And so I think just here and just constantly being inside in like the heat or the air conditioning, like your skin just dries out so much. So like literally right before we started, I like tapped my eye to feel how moisturized my eye was, and I was going to reach into my bag because I walk around with eye cream.
Wow.
And I was going to put some eye cream on.
And do you have concealer on now?
I do.
You do have concealer.
But I was like walking to the train and like my eyes were watering, and then walking outside.
What's with the watering of the eyes? Does that happen now? Like
it's allergies combined with the cold outside. My eye just wouldn't stop watering. So I know it just got rid of some of my concealer, and it got rid of obviously my moisturizer, which was even more key. So I moisturize my eyes like 4 times a day.
So you travel with moisturizer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Either like a spray, like a hydrating spray, like Moisture Surge from Clinique, or like
plug
full on, or like full on. Like I have actually a lot of times I'm going to the gym and going straight to work, so I carry stuff with me.
No, it's so good. So again, we'll be talking about products that we love, products that we've tried and hate. We may even get into some of these new age lasers and things like Cool Sculpt and all kinds of things that we hear about, right? Therapy, right? And
red lifts,
Fraxel,
Clear and Brilliant,
yeah. And also workouts, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we'll talk about
Clearly.
workouts as well, because I think that both of us are, we monitor the scale. It's pretty, we look at the scale quite often. So
I wish I didn't look this morning. Sorry.
So anyway,
That's factual.
I hope that you follow us, and I want to have Aliya back like every single episode, but she's really busy, so we'll see how it plays out.
I'm here. We'll do it.
Yeah. So listen, we hope you tune in, and I don't think you'll have a dull moment. It's gonna be tons to discuss, and we're gonna have guests. We have people that we're gonna target and talk to about what their regimens are. So it won't just be us talking about our skin,
Because, yeah.
it will get bigger, right? So
Even though every time we see each other, we still have enough to talk about our
tons.
skin. Like,
and by the way, your
everything.
lashes right now are everything. But anyway,
telling you.
okay. So we'll get into all this, but thanks for listening, and tune in. It won't be lame.
is that how you're gonna say it? Don't say that.
What to say? It's done now.
Tune
right?
in. This is gonna be some major talk about beauty, health, wellness. Get ready.
Good way to finish.
There you go.
Thanks for listening. To keep up with new episodes, hit subscribe. For info on products or topics we've discussed, hop on over to our Instagram or Facebook page at Radiance and Rosé.